Hello, beautiful family. Let me adjust my seat so that we can be able to interact so well. Beautiful family, welcome to the Victory Lifestyle channel. My name is Jay Victory, and I'm honestly so grateful to share this space with you once again. Really, I think I need to adjust my camera a little bit. This is way better. Yeah. So, before we dive into today's conversation, just from the title of the video, I want to address a few things. Yesterday, I had already started a live stream. It was a Q&A session, and I had started a live stream, and it was a Q&A session. It ended unfortunately abruptly because my network completely failed. I know so many of you were tuned in, you were engaged and ready to continue. And I truly appreciate the patience and the love you people showed me in the comments. And then the second thing I want to talk about is I also didn't get a chance to upload the video on people pleasing as I'd promised. There were a few unavoidable issues I had to handle behind the scenes, but here we are now. Everything is flowing, and I'm ready to give you the full experience that you came for. The last thing I want to talk about, I've seen most of you in my DMs patronizing me to do some voiceovers for them, and let me be clear now. This is part of my creative journey. It's my growth and my expression. If anyone needs a genuine, warm, polished voiceover, feel free to kindly send me to reach me directly on +2547903779926 +2547903779926. And I've been embracing my gifts for a while, and I'm ready to now use it fully. So today I'll repeat the same questions that I had already started answering so that everyone can follow can I'll actually into the questions. Hi, hamburger, because we're trying to make it worth yesterday. We're trying to make this session work. We can go like up to let's talk of 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah. So settle in, grab a drink, and relax your mind. Hamburger, where are you watching me from? So the questions, I think yesterday I responded to 4 questions, but because I want us to understand these questions so well, I'm gonna repeat it again for the sake of those people who were not in yesterday, or the people who were in, who had tuned in, and then the live to a sudden end. So I'm just gonna respond to all the 8 questions that I was supposed to respond to yesterday. And the first question was, Joy, how do you stay motivated when life feels heavy and nothing seems to make sense? It was actually a good question that I got. Nicholas Stankovic, who are you? I'm Joy. Hi, I do wellness programs. Can you give me a shout out? Zayden Park? Well, I can give you a free shout out, but again, you also need to subscribe to my channel as well. There is no single problem. So everyone who is here, kindly subscribe to Jaden Polk channel. Yeah. So the question I was responding to was, Joy, how do you stay motivated when life feels heavy and nothing seems to make sense? Kindly, please like my channel. You can as well just like this video. You don't have to leave without liking, without giving me a like. What's the meaning of W? The people who are sending me W, what's the meaning? I don't understand the meaning of W. So what I'll say is that when life becomes heavy, motivation doesn't come from excitement at times. It comes from discipline, compassion, and even grounding yourself in the smallest possible steps. And when my world feels confusing at times, mostly I always remind myself one truth, and that truth is that you don't have to understand everything to keep moving. That's actually my daily motivation. And the motivation isn't about ready. It's it's actually about choosing not to give up on yourself, when your heart is tired. And sometimes the most powerful form of motivation is simply waking up and saying that today I'm gonna try this and this and this and this. Even if it's small, you just have to try it. Yeah. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Yeah, for the people who have tuned in, kindly subscribe to my channel so that you cannot miss out on these healing conversations we do each and every day. So at times I think I'm gonna break down at times I always break my life down into a manageable piece. At times it's by maybe performing one task at a time. I'm just like an organizer by nature. I take one moment at a time, I breathe at a time. I just can't force things when it's not working. And I treat myself gently because that is the most important thing. Because the weight of life doesn't require harshness, mostly, it requires patience. Yeah. So when things don't make sense, basically, you just have to focus on what you can do at the moment, not the whole picture as people expect you to do. And remember that the clarity will always come as you move, you know. I'm fine. How are you? How are you? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Yeah, I'm fine. Kindly subscribe to my channel. So the strength will build you as you walk, and slowly the heaviness will actually lose its power. So that is the response to the first question that you asked. And the second question is, how do I stop caring about what people think of me? This is actually related to people who have got the issues of people pleasing. I guess this is for the people pleasing characters. And I had, as I've promised, I'm gonna upload this video. It's coming up. Just stay tuned. Always stay tuned. You'll get this whole episode of people pleasing. You'll get to understand how to stop that habit and how to stop that cycle of people pleasing. And so to answer this question of how do I stop caring about what people think of me, is that you actually stop caring when you finally understand that people's opinions are actually shaped by their lives, not your truth. Good, good. Yes, I will sub. My name is Five Night as Freddy's World. Wow, that's okay. It's a nice name. Where are you watching me from? So basically, as I've told you, that people project their insecurities, and people mostly will judge you basing on the insecurities, basing on their fears, the fears they struggle with each and every single day. Most of them will judge you basing on their upbringing. At times, how you were brought up determines who you are. And some people will judge you basing on the wounds they carry. And some people will actually judge you basing on their limitations. No, I'm asking the place you're located. Which country are you from? Yeah. So very rarely do people see you through your eyes. Mostly they see you through their own eyes. Remember, I've told you that they project their own insecurities in you. And the moment you realize that, their opinions will stop being personal to you. Yeah. So when you stop caring, when you stop caring, mostly you'll start asking yourself questions like these: does this person really who know who I am? Does actually Okay, do they really know the person? Do they even know the life I live? Tulsa, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay, thank you so much. I'm from Kenya. Yeah. And at times, just ask yourself if whatever they say to you, is it going to matter in the next few years? Ask yourself if these people are putting food on your table, if they're healing you or even building you. So mostly, if you keep on asking yourself these you'll realize the answer is no. And remember that your peace grows the moment you stop trying to be understood and you start trying to be authentic, because authenticity actually attracts the right people and naturally filters out the rest, the negativities, it filters it out. Is your life good? Of course. Do I look like someone struggling? I'm contented. Thank you. Yeah. So that is basically the response to number two. I don't know if I've satisfied the person who asked this. If you feel like you're not satisfied with the question, kindly redo the question. I'm gonna, maybe you can hit my DM. I'm gonna have a one-on-one conversation with you then. Metembe Naima, hello, how are you? Where are you watching me from? Welcome to my channel. We are doing hair series to issue. Okay, we are actually doing healing because I love just creating a safe space, a mental safe space for the people around me. And you, as my YouTube family, I can say you're just like a big family that I've eventually created. Yeah. So the third question I want to respond to is Joy. How do I heal from past trauma when the memories keep coming back? You're welcome. You're a very nice person. Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate the compliment. You too. You're kind with your words. I want to say that you seem to be a nice person. Thank you. So, actually, Joy, how do I heal from past trauma when the memory keeps coming back? What I can say is that trauma doesn't leave your body just because time passed. No, it doesn't. Healing is not forgetting. Healing is actually understanding. It's actually creating that room for your own self freedom, you know? And when memories keep coming back, we're talking about relapses, because most of the traumatic experiences we've gone through will always come back as relapses. Some people call them nightmares, I don't know. People just have different names to call it, you know? And when memories come back, your body is actually saying that I'm ready to release this, but I need you to sit with me, not run with me. It's like you're trying to, do I live by myself? Yes. Why are you asking about that? So how does healing basically looks like? I think I can say that healing looks like allowing yourself to feel without feeling shame. I know it's a dumb question. No, it's not. All questions are important. It's just like we respond to questions based on how it's supposed to be responded to. Yeah. So maybe you had a reason as to why you asked, and that's why I asked, like, why are you asking? Yeah. So basically, healing looks like allowing yourself to feel without shame. It actually feels like observing the memory instead of having it. That is how you encounter when you encounter these relapses. Healing again looks like naming the emotion, that emotion of you feeling scared or you feeling abandoned or you just feeling hurt. At times, healing feels like replacing old beliefs with truthful ones. You need to like replace old beliefs. When I was tackling the previous episodes I've uploaded, I've been mentioning about you replacing. I hope you get famous. Amen. Thank you so much. In future, and if God wishes, for sure I'm gonna be famous. Thank you. Okay, so when I was actually talking about what was I talking about? When I was mentioning when I've tackled the issues to do with rejection, self-doubt, breaking free from fear, I mentioned you replacing the things that you were once fed with. When you are told that you're not worthy to be in some table, always know that you're very important. And if someone told you that you're not enough, always remind yourself that you are enough. It's just a matter of you replacing the lies with the truth. you know yeah, so that is basically replacing the old beliefs with the truthful ones. Yeah. And then at times you just have to create new experiences that teaches your body about safety. You know, the moment you try to do some different things, you'll just like appreciate yourself each and every day, and you'll always feel like you're just safe around yourself. You won't fear, you won't do anything. Yeah. And remember that trauma comes back in waves. It actually doesn't come back to destroy you, but it comes back to give you another chance to break free from what once broke you. If you know you did something, or maybe you've just like been battling things to do with depression, things to do with rejection, things to do with self-doubt, fear, these traumas will always come back. And it's just like it's coming to tell you to, is you're doing good, is your day doing good, going good? Yeah, hey, it's night, it's actually, let me say, 24 minutes towards midnight. Yeah, we're in the eastern part of the prime meridian. Yeah. So basically you just have to give yourself that, okay, it's like a chance for you to just break what broke you. And healing takes time. It's not just a 1 day thing. It takes time, not because you're weak, but because you deserve a slow and gentle restoration. Yeah, I hope I've responded to this question. Number 4, how do I build confidence when I've been criticized most of my life? Someone once told me that at times critiques will shape you into someone of great importance. So at times when people criticize you a lot, you don't have to feel less of a human being. Instead, you can as well use the criticism and make it a very good setback. Like Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't worth being on a TV, and right now she's known globally. So at times you just use the kind of harsh criticism you face to help you restructure yourself into the person that you want to be. Remember, I told you yesterday that it's always upon you to fulfill the assignment that you want to be in future. So how do I respond to this question? When you've grown up under criticism, mostly the voice that insults you begins living inside you. This is now where people actually, if you know you've grown, people calling you have a beautiful voice. Oh my, thank you so much. So if you like grow up, okay, when you've grown up, people are calling you ugly. You'll always carry that word that you are ugly, even when you're going to interact amongst your peers. Maybe you've gone for networking events. You won't feel like you're worth being in that place because you always have that voice in you telling you that you're not ugly. And at times you won't even appreciate compliments from strangers. Someone can come and tell you, oh, I love how you look, I like your physique. But each and every day you'll always project your insecurities because that is what became a song. So remember that confidence starts by replacing the inner voice with a kinder one. Is people say is people say they're ugly, they're wrong. Yeah, it's very wrong. You don't have to appreciate the fact that you're ugly. It's it's very wrong. You don't have to appreciate it. You don't have to appreciate the fact that you're nobody is ugly. Remember, God created us on his own image and likeness. So if you accept the fact that you are ugly, it seems like you're not appreciating God's creature. And I always tell people around me that we are a product of our parents. So if someone insults you that you're ugly, he or she hasn't insulted you. He has insulted the people who brought you to the world. Yeah. And we really owe our parents dignity and respect. Yeah. So you need to to replace that harsh voice with a kinder one. And here's the truth: you are never the problem. The people who criticize you are only projecting their wounds to you because they found you vulnerable, so that they felt like you deserve all the shame that they were supposed to carry. Yeah. So how do you regain confidence, or how do you build this confidence? Number one, you need to start acknowledging your small wins. Mostly, I think it's something that has really corrupted our minds and brains. Always tend to wait for the bigger things that come later. So you need to like start by embracing the little things that you encounter. Yeah, everybody needs to be a good person for sure. Yeah. So you need to start acknowledging the little wins. You know, any small achievements you've done, you need to appreciate it. You can't wait for a final result without appreciating the hard work you've put towards it. Like a very good example is the movies we watch. We actually watch the final thing, we appreciate the final production, but we don't appreciate the kind of hard work these actors and actresses put in, the kind of effort they put in towards making this movie or maybe this kind of a play enjoyable, you see? So that is one. Number two, you need to speak to yourself the way you wish someone had spoken to you. I talked about reparenting yourself when I was talking about healing your inner child. I talked about someone parenting themselves. And also, I've taught people on the importance of words of affirmation. The moment you start self affirming yourself, you won't need someone else out there to affirm you each and every day. Yeah. So actually, you also need to surround yourself with people who see your light. You need to surround yourself with people who with people who waters you, because you know when you water a plant, it turns out to it flourishes, it blossoms into something, into a beautiful tree or into a beautiful flower. You know, what does your name say? My name is Victory. I am a winner. My name is Joy. I'm joyful. Yes, that is the meaning of my name. So you surround yourself with people who see the light in you. You don't surround yourself with people who see darkness in you. Surround yourself with people who water you. Surround yourself with people who are faithful, because they carry that faith for you. Even when you doubted yourself so much, they're there to guide you. They're there to believe in you. They're these people who mention your names in they mention your names in every opportunity they find. They keep on mentioning them. So you need to like surround yourself with such people. Yeah. And mostly you should learn to praise yourself. You also need to learn to praise yourself for the efforts you've put in, not for perfection. You know, mostly we do things because we want to be seen, you know, like I'm putting in so much effort into becoming the greater version of me. By the time people will be seeing the better version of me, I need to be appreciating who I am today. So you need to start like appreciating the little efforts you put in at work before becoming that greater person. No, it's not just about perfection, it's about you and you and you. I like your shirt, it's called. No, it's not a shirt, it's a dress. And I also sell dresses. So like one day I'm gonna do a live stream just selling thrifted dresses, you know? Yeah, it will be like an icebreaker to just break this monotony of monotony revolving around mental health. It will be a good icebreaker, I guess. Yeah. So what was the next question that I was asked? I think it's number 5. What do I do when I feel stuck in life? Yeah. Feeling stuck isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign that something in your life wants to change. You're the nicest person I've ever met. Oh my God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so, so much. So when you feel stuck, you don't have to force movement. You don't have to force panic. You don't have to panic. You just have to stay calm, you know? You don't have to compare yourself or compare your journey to the journey of other people, because everybody has a different destination. Yeah, everyone has a different destination, so you just have to be gentle with yourself. Instead, you need to like ask yourself questions like, what am I outgrowing, you know? Like for me, I've outgrown social anxiety. Like right now, yes, I'm from Kenya, Albert Moliro. How are you? I think I've outgrown social anxiety, especially when it comes to cameras. You know, I when I started this, I wasn't that free enough or settled or maybe relaxed enough to do live streams. But right now, I think I'm gaining momentum. You know, you're supposed to be one of the nicest persons in the world. Amen. Yes. So I think like I'm outgrowing some cycles, some things that I always lived in as lies. You know, I replaced the lies with truth, and right now I'm doing better. What, okay, again, you also need to ask yourself what is no longer serving you, you know? You need to understand what is actually not serving you well, because some things, not every person you interact with are going to pour into your cups. No, some are going to drain you and they'll exhaust you. Not everything you do is gonna be successful. Not everything you do is gonna be successful. You just have to keep on trying new things. Okay, can you advise me on how to make content? Every time I make content, you don't get like 2 likes, please. Okay, can you advise me on how to make content? Every time I make content, you don't get like 2 likes, please. As you can see, right now I just have like 5 likes. The important part is I know it's pressurizing. At this time you feel like you're not worth, maybe you're not a good content creator, but I think everybody has a different grace they carry, and it's just a matter of you believing in yourself. The moment you believe in yourself, you don't know, a single video can go viral, basically, you know. I think the highest number of likes I've ever gotten was 300 likes and 13, and when you go to other people's channels you'll find them having even more than 11,000 likes. So people's journeys are different. Just be you. You just have to be authentic, you know. Two, yes, I have. That is how God is going to work for you. Learn to appreciate the little things that you have, and God is gonna make it possible for you. You just have to be you. You don't have to be someone else to create content, you know. I'm sorry, I only meant to say it only. I'm sorry, I meant to say it only. I meant to say it only gets 2 likes. That affects my confidence. So how do I delete? You're nice like Jesus. Oh my God. Making me blush. I'm nice like Jesus. Come on. It affects my confidence. So how do I delete? You don't have to delete it. At times people see you, but people see you, it's just that they don't come to tell you that they're seeing you. A good example, I sell dresses. I've been posting it consistently on my TikTok page, on my Instagram pages, on my Facebook page. At times I'll get 0 likes. At times I'll get no person asking even for a single dress, like how much is it. Nobody will ask about it. But there's a single day I posted a certain dress that I didn't know I just knew it is a normal cycle that nobody cares about my dresses, and that particular day someone just got interested in it. I got an order for it. So whatever you post, you don't have to delete. Someone, it might be of help to someone else. I always upload my videos here. The highest number of likes I've gotten was 300 likes. Mostly, the least I think I've gotten is 40 something likes. And it doesn't bother me because I know someday this particular video is gonna be of help to someone. It's just that maybe the right person has not been found to view it, you know? Yes. How do I also deal with it? You just have to accept it. Acceptance is the root of it all. I'm new to this channel and I just subscribed and gave you a like. Thank you. I'll subscribe to you as to the moment I'll be done with this live stream. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. So, as I was still responding to the question number 5, what do I do? And I was talking about the questions you should be asking yourself. You also need to ask yourself which part of you is afraid to change. You see, like for me, mostly I was so much afraid to change. Well, what was I afraid to change? Yeah, people. Okay, let me talk about my voice. I was so scared to speak to people publicly. But people around me will always tell me that just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. I was so scared to start a YouTube channel. Like I didn't know how to do it because my mindset was actually telling me that people who are known for YouTube, people who are actually going to be famous on YouTube are not people like me. But I'm just like, here, let me just come here, build a small audience, a small family, and yeah. The highest likes I got was 60. How do you like go live without that much subscriber? It does not allow me to do that unless I have a thousand subscribers. No, I don't have so much subscribers. You just go to your content button, press live button. If you're eligible to start a live, it will start immediately. I started going for live. I started doing my live streams when I was just at 100 subscribers. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so I want to remind you all that being stuck, actually, it usually means that you're standing at the doorway of a new chapter, but fear is blocking the handle. That is what being stuck means. It's so what I'll tell you is that just start with the tiny actions you wanna start. Be brave enough. Hello, Leoishi Wanjiru, pest. Who is a pest? Helen. Who is a pest? Did I come to ask for anything from you? Don't come here with any negative energy. You can as well. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. I did. Okay. I'm sorry. I just like thought you're calling me a pest. Okay. Okay. It's okay. No problem. No bad blood. Yeah. So, here, I'm from Kenya, Albert Muliro. Okay. That's okay. No problem. So I was talking, actually, it's just you starting with the tiny actions, the little steps, that it's actually the little steps that matter. If you think you can as well start new things. For the people who have never liked reading, you can just as well start reading books. Sorry about this. Thank you for the likes. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Yeah. You can as well change your routine. It's something I mentioned yesterday. You just change the routines, the things you've been doing before. You just have to change and try new things, some new other things. You also have to learn some new skills. We have a lot of online platforms you can just join in, do some things that really matter. Hey Travian, how are you? I think I built into you yesterday. Oh, thank you, thank you. Hi. So you need to like learn a new skill, experiment with something that is unfamiliar. You just have to try new things. You see, as I've told you, I came here to start a YouTube channel. I didn't know like I didn't know how I was going to be accepted in the social space when it comes to content creation. But I see like it's just a good thing. We just have to be well prepared. Thank you so much for the subscription. I really do appreciate. How are you? Keep going. I'm fine. How are you? Yeah. So you don't need a breakthrough, you just need a spark. This is to answer the question about what I do when I feel like I'm being stuck at one point. So you also liked it. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Number 6, joy. How do I deal with loneliness even when I'm surrounded by people? So Helen and DeAndre, this is actually a platform where we do healing. I always do healing vlogs, that is breaking some cycles. I've done things to do with toxic parents, things to do with what else? I've just done a lot. You can as well just check my page. If it interests you, kindly just go through it. The one asking me how to go live, I think I've responded to this question. Yeah, I've responded, Albert. So Joy, how do I deal with the loneliness even when I'm surrounded by people? This type of loneliness is the most painful thing because it's not about physical presence, it's about emotional connection. Yeah. So when you feel like you're lonely, you can, and you, okay, you feel lonely when you cannot actually express yourself. You feel lonely when you feel like, when you don't feel safe constantly by actually being you keep on being vulnerable, you're constantly you're constantly misunderstood. That thing will actually make you feel lonely. You actually feel lonely when you carry heavy emotions alone, and you don't know how to go about them, So healing this kind of loneliness requires finding your tribe. And by talking about tribe, is that I'm not talking about the social tribes, the Luya, the Luos, the Kikuyus. No, I'm talking about finding your tribe, your purpose. That means the people who understand you, the people who understand your heart, not just your presence, And by talking about tribe, I'm talking about the family, our families, I'm talking about your friends, Yeah. So it also requires connecting with yourself. You cannot start connecting with people when you can't connect with yourself. So you actually need to start by embracing your own journey by yourself, embracing yourself so much, loving yourself so much. And remember that healing this kind of loneliness requires patience. It requires patience. So when you learn to sit with your emotions, and you actually name them, you honor them, and even nurture yourself to appreciate them, you basically become your own safe space. Yeah, that is actually a take home. And eventually, loneliness becomes less about being alone and more about choosing who truly deserves to access you. I talked about boundaries yesterday. Bye, Helen. Good night. Okay. So, you actually need to. Yesterday, when I talked about boundaries, I told you that boundaries is not disrespect, it's actually choosing yourself and allowing people to access a limited part of you. Yeah. So the seventh question that I got was, Joy, how do I forgive someone who never apologized? You don't have to wait for someone to come and apologize to you. No, you don't have. For your own peace of mind, you just have to at times let go of some things. I think this book, the let them theory, when you feel like some relationships are drifting apart, just let it. You don't have to force it. So forgiving someone who won't apologize means understanding that forgiveness is not a gift for them, but it's a gift for your own self to release you. It's a release for you, you know? Yeah. It's like you want to free your mind. It's just walking yourself into the journey of freedom. You just want to free your mind, you want to find peace. You don't want to carry their bad behavior inside your heart, because this is one where you carry grudge, you hold grudges, and when these people walk past you, or maybe they just walk in a room where you are, you just feel some sort of anger, rage. So you just have to free yourself. Forgiveness is that it actually means that you deserve your life back. And forgiveness actually does not mean trusting these people again. The people who have wronged you, you might forgive them, but still you don't have to trust them again. You don't have to rebuild friendship again. It is realizing you just have to. It's Forgiveness is basically for your own good and heart. So forgiveness does not mean reconciling with these people that wronged you before. It doesn't mean that. Forgiveness does not mean pretending that whatever they did to you didn't happen. No, it is a matter of you freeing yourself from the pain they caused you. Forgiveness is not actually forgiving their wrong actions towards you. It simply means saying that I will not let this pain control me anymore. Yeah, that is actually what forgiveness means. And you forgive by accepting that the apology may never come, and choosing to heal anyway, because healing is very important for your own peace of mind. Yeah. Has Ben Hi Benson. Hi Benson from Canada. Okay. How are you, Benson? How are you? How is winter taking you along? So the last question that someone asked me was, how do I build a peaceful victory? How do I build a peaceful life? Here I was talking about boundaries. You need to set boundaries. You need to have some things called acceptance, you know. So a peaceful life is not created in one day. It's built in layers. And I've spoken about boundaries before. You need to have some boundaries. The moment you have boundaries, you learn to live a peaceful life. You need to have peaceful routines. You need to have peaceful choices, peaceful boundaries. You need to have peaceful thoughts, you know. You need to have peaceful environments. If you feel like the environment that you're in is not conducive for your mental health, shift. You have to move. If you feel the people around you are not good enough for your mental well being, cut them off. It is not a crime to cut people off. Peaceful relationships. For those people who are into relationship, whether it's love relationships, family relationships, you know, and you feel that the people around you are just draining you, at times it's very important to let go. God is actually telling you to let go. You don't have to blame on Satan each and every now and then when you have when you have the solution right with you. Remember, you're the decision maker of your own. So peace starts when you stop fighting battles that don't belong to you. Yeah, it grows when you learn to say no without guilt. Peace really grows without when you learn to say no without feeling guilty. You know, people who don't have people who have problems to people who have problems of setting boundaries always find it an offense when they've told someone a no. They start rethinking about it. No, it is very important to tell people no when you mean it. Be assertive with your no. It strengthens you and removes unnecessary noise that is in your way. It's that is, I'm not talking about the physical noise, but it's the emotional noise, the digital noise, the social noise, you know, the people's noise, the people who are just around you who are just draining a lot from you. It's a matter of you releasing yourself from that. And it becomes permanent when you finally decide that your mental health is important, your energy should be well reserved for some other things, and your sense of self are more important than external pressures. Yeah. Lil Justice Justin, how are you? Kindly subscribe to my channel. Benson too, kindly subscribe to my channel. Peace is not found. It's actually built, and it starts with you. You're the one to start building this peace. It's built intentionally, and one decision is always at a time. Yeah. Peace is self-built. You don't have to wait for someone to come and build your peace. At times, you need to remember that family peace is not something life hands you. It's something that you build brick by brick. Yeah, peace is something you build brick by brick. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And I've finished responding to the 8 questions that I was asked. I don't know if someone here has a question that they feel like I should respond to, but if not, maybe I should appreciate you. Sammy Albert, how are you? You're watching from Kenya. Wow, that's so cool. I'm also a Kenyan, a proud Kenyan to be precise. So kindly subscribe to my channel. So I've finished responding to the 8 questions. It was just a continuation of where the live stream ended yesterday. And if you feel like you have any question that you feel it has been left unanswered, kindly hit my DM. If you can go through my description. I've put there my WhatsApp number and my email. You can as well just email me, yeah, or even text me on Instagram for those people who love texting on Instagram, yeah. So before we end this live stream, I want to speak directly to the heart of everyone who joined today, whether you came with questions, pain, confusion, or simply curiosity because you just wanted to know more. Life will always give us a reason to break, to question ourselves, and to even doubt our paths, you know. But life again will also give us moments like these, those moments that we sit together, the moments that we just breathe together, relax together, and even remind each other that we are not alone, just as the way I'm doing right now. And remember that healing is not a straight line, motivation is not always loud, confidence is not always natural, forgiveness is not always easy as it seemed to be. You know, I've spoken about forgiveness. You may think it's easy, it's not easy. And peace is actually not always instant. It's not always instant. It's built. You build it brick by brick, and remember, all these things are possible. Even the Bible itself says that I can do these things. I can do this through Christ who strengthened me. Christ came to strengthen us all. There is nothing that is too big for God to handle. So every step you take, no matter how small, no matter how shaky, it's still a movement towards a better version of you. And it's actually, if no one has told you this that I've spoken today, let me be the one to say it. You are allowed to always start again. It's very important. You're allowed to always grow slowly. Yes, I'm a Christian. You are allowed to always outgrow your past. You don't have to cling on it. You are allowed to always choose yourself. You are allowed to always want peace, love, emotional safety. It's allowed. What is like home to you? Create a safe space for your own safety. And what have I not mentioned? Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for even your grace yesterday when the live stream cut off. Thank you for the support you've shown me today. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing my live stream. Thank you for trusting me with my voiceover work. For those people who want to patronize me, uh, you can as well reach me directly through my number +254 790 377926. That is my number. If you want any voiceover, be it a business voiceover, be it any form of voiceovers, I do this at affordable rates. And from my heart to yours, may you find healing, because may you find healing, clarity, and strength this weekend, because it's a weekend. And I just can't wait to see you again in my next live stream, which will be tomorrow, maybe, God willingly. Keep shining, keep growing, keep choosing yourself again and again and again, because no one is meant to come and do that work for you. It's just you to do it. You're the one to fulfill your own assignments. As for the promised video, it will be uploading either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. But about the live stream, I'll decide if I'm gonna go live tomorrow or maybe the day after tomorrow. So this is J Victory, who was your host, and this is J Victory Lifestyle Channel. Until next time, my lovely people, have a good time, stay dehydrated, and always remember that your mental health matters to me. Bye.